And lower 50s for tomorrow. Our next storm system will move in by Friday. It does have the potential of bringing a rain and snow mix for areas to the north. I'm meteorologist Peter Sherwood in the Weather Center. A few showers will be possible, mainly across the Sandhills today, and we are going to see those temperatures gradually make their way into the upper 40s and lower 50s. Elsewhere, we have a slight chance of seeing a few isolated showers. They'll be quick movers heading into the afternoon. Tonight will be dry with temperatures in the lower 30s. Look for highs in the upper 40s and lower 50s for tomorrow. We do have another storm system that will move through by the end of the week. I'm meteorologist Peter Sherwood in the Weather Center.
At Pool Automotive, being local and family-owned isn't just a title. It's the lifeblood of our business. The moment you walk into our Aberdeen showroom, you'll be treated like family. You see, we believe that all our guests deserve quality, reliable used vehicles, and we have the inventory and finance options to make it happen. When you buy a new vehicle, the second you drive it off the lot, it's already depreciated by thousands. Before you throw that money away, come to Pool Automotive and check out our huge selection of premium vehicles. We have high-quality, off-lease vehicles, most of which are one-owner cars with low mileage and remaining factory warranties. Something else we do to save you even more? We don't charge documentation fees. Yep, you heard us right. No doc fees here. Come in today, 500 South Sandhills Boulevard in Aberdeen, or call 910-637-0057 and experience the pool advantage.
When it comes to insurance, you should always think First. First Casualty Insurance Group, that is. At First, we represent over 3 dozen outstanding companies and can provide you with the coverage you need at a price that makes sense. Have us do a top-to-bottom review for you. It won't cost you a cent. Stop by or we'll come to you. There's no obligation. Always the coverage you need at a price that makes sense. And all you have to do is give us a call, 910-692-8303. We've been in the peace of mind business for over 30 years. First Casualty Insurance Group, Southern Pines, 910-692-8303.
Hello, this is Debbie Serino, owner of Weigert Realtors Town & Country. Whether you're looking to sell your home now or at some time in the future, why not let the experts at Weigert prepare you so that when you are ready, you will experience the results you deserve, nothing but the best. One of our recent sales was a home that had been on the market with another firm for a year. Our clients came to us looking for better results. We listed the home on Friday and it sold on Saturday. Would you like to know how we did it? Give us a call at 910-235-3685. Our marketing plan has proven time and time again to produce the results you need. We sell more because we do more.
Call 910-315-9051 or find them at the corner of Rattlesnake and McCaskill Road East in Pinehurst. Independently owned and operated.
Hi, this is Rodney Swarms with Plumbing Night. We know that plumbing emergencies can happen at any time. In fact, they seem to happen at the most inconvenient times. And then inviting an unknown plumber into your home, that can add to the stress of the situation. The Plumbing Night wants to alleviate any stress about inviting a technician into your home by guaranteeing that we have not only the very best plumbers, but also the most knowledgeable plumbers. Before any of our employees are hired, all of the employees must undergo drug testing and a thorough background check. If they don't pass, they aren't hired. No exceptions. Once they're hired and part of the team, they receive continuous technical and customer training to ensure that they are the very best at their trade. This training is week after week, month after month, year after year. This training is what got us into community college to teach the plumbing trade. So the next time you have an emergency, call the Plumbing Night. They're known for extraordinary service and integrity.
All right, so it's National Bird Day.
Celebrating National Bird Day.
Listen to my bluebird.
Set to decide the balance of power in Congress and a pair of high-stakes Senate runoff elections. During a rally in Dalton, Georgia, President Trump said the stakes in the state...
You'll recall that about a month ago, I asked all of you to take a moment to give thanks for all of the blessings that you enjoy in your lives. Now, today, a different kind of message. This is the season of giving. I know you want to be generous.
Georgia's Secretary of State says when he rejected President Donald Trump's claims of election fraud that he was simply following the law. Georgia's voting systems implementation manager, Gabriel Sterling, debunked...
I would always expect someone to do the right thing, like just to do the honorable thing.
On Monday.
There are people who fought and died and marched and prayed and voted to get the right to vote. Throwing it away because you have some feeling that it may not matter is self-destructive, ultimately, and a self-fulfilling prophecy.
That this next session will be the beginning of healing of our country in so many different ways that we can actually move forward and show that the experiment of democracy really is a good one.
2 people died at an early morning house fire.
It made headlines, the death of former Bond girl and Charlie's Angels actress Tanya Roberts. Then Stephen Fabian got quite a shock while speaking with her boyfriend.
Mystery surrounds the medical condition of Charlie's Angels actress Tanya Roberts, who was reported to have died yesterday and then today was said to be alive. Tanya suddenly collapsed on Christmas Eve after walking her 2 dogs. Newspapers across the nation today carried reports of her death. And I was interviewing her longtime boyfriend Lance O'Brien when the shocking, almost impossible to believe news came in that Tanya was alive.
Now you're telling me that she's alive? Oh, thank the Lord. Thank God.
He says Tanya did not have COVID, but was placed on a ventilator because she was struggling to breathe. He says due to COVID-19 protocol, he was not allowed to be at her hospital.
The Steel Holiday Gift Guide is packed with great ideas for everyone on your list. For a gift that keeps on giving all year long, pick up the quiet, lightweight, and long-running performance of the Steel AK Homeowner series of battery-powered tools. Convenient all-in-one sets featuring
It made headlines, the death of former Bond girl and Charlie's Angels actress Tanya Roberts. Then Stephen Fabian got...
Easy to give and hard to beat. Find the perfect gifts and wrap up all your holiday shopping at your local Steel dealer. Or shop online at steelusa.com/gift guide.
Larry King Live starts right now.
Des Moines, Iowa for Mother Teresa. Hackensack, New Jersey for Flip Wilson. Butte, Montana for Lola Falana.
Joe Biden winning the presidency. They're Congressman Madison Cawthorn, Ted Budd, Richard Hudson, and David Rouser. Scientists are forming a clearer picture of so-called long COVID, and it's not pretty.
3,700 people from 56 countries took part in the study. They reported more than 200 symptoms across 10 organ systems, including the heart and the brain. The average was 9 organ systems in each patient. 2/3 still had symptoms 6 months later, including brain fog, memory problems, shortness of breath, palpitations, and speech and language issues. And many have been unable to return to full-time work. Vicki Barker, CBS News, London.
Hey, Gary.
Oh, hi, Tom. Great day for a wedding, huh?
Beautiful.
Hey, is
at an 87-acre site. Kerry Mayor Harold Wybrecht tells ABC 11 he's looking forward to changes in the area by 2024. I look forward to
All I want to do is this. I just want to find 11,780 nubs, which is one more than we have. No. Have they moved the inner parts of the machines and replaced them with other parts? No. 11,000.
Message.
I'd like you to open up your hands and open up your heart to those who are still suffering because of COVID-19. People who are suffering through no fault of their own. We're trying to build a gentler, kinder
Alexa, what year is going to be worse than 2020?
2027, when robots will attempt to take over, and 2042, when the asteroid hits Earth causing an extinction-level event.
In November at the age of 80. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Mike Rayleigh, NCN News.
A few showers will be possible, mainly across the Sandhills today, and we are going to see those temperatures gradually make their way into the upper 40s and lower 50s. Elsewhere, we have a slight chance of seeing a few isolated showers. They'll be quick movers heading into the afternoon. Tonight will be dry with temperatures in the lower 30s. Look for highs in the upper 40s and lower 50s. For tomorrow, we do have another storm system that will move through by the end of the week. I'm meteorologist Peter Sherwood in the Weather Center.
Right now, here in the Sandhills area, it's mostly cloudy. 40 degrees, humidity 93%, 2.37. Winds are southwest of 1, gusting to 2, and pressure is 2970. It is 7:14. Let's take a quick look at your Sandhills news. For this Tuesday morning, North Carolina state employees and public school teachers will not qualify to receive state medical coverage when they retire if they are hired in 2021 and beyond. The alteration was inserted in the 2017 state budget law. Legislative Republicans who backed the change said it was needed to rein in future anticipated health care costs for covering employees, which is already calculated in the tens of billions of dollars. It's a problem that other states face. North Carolina state employees or teachers who began work before January 1 will still qualify for retiree health coverage, either at no cost or partial cost, based on the number of years they worked for the state and when they began. And after a few dry days to start the week, there'll be potential setup for wintry participation this Friday in central North Carolina. At the least, Friday is setting up to be a messy day with the highest potential of wintry weather north and west of the triangle. Currently, that would be west of Moore County. A storm system will be hitting the west coast today with heavy rain and snow. That system is going to trek across the country and arrive in North Carolina on Friday. The latest models have been trending toward a cold rain with areas north and west of the triangle getting some wintry mix. That's your WEEB local news this morning from the Sandhill Sentinel. And you can go online to sandhillsentinel.com for more information. It is 7:16. Sports is next here on Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM, WEEB.
NCN Sports. Good morning. I'm Tony Rixby. Months ago, it was rumored the NCAA was in talks to play the entirety of March Madness in Indianapolis. Yesterday, they made it official. The 2020 tournament had been canceled thanks to the pandemic. In March of this year, all teams will play in various spots in and around Indy. NCAA President Mark Emmert made the announcement during a virtual press conference.
This year, we want to make sure we deliver on the promise of March Madness. The athletes who've dealt with so much difficulty this year and have responded with such incredible resiliency and resolve. They deserve it. So let's all get this done, Indiana. We can do this, and I know we can be successful and show the world what Indiana and Indianapolis is capable of.
The Charlotte Checkers announced Monday they will not participate in the 2021 American Hockey League season that kicks off on February 5th. The team's decision was based, they say, on numerous safety and logistical concerns related to COVID-19, made in conjunction with their parent club, the Florida Panthers. 4 teams in the AHL have opted out of this season. 76ers stayed hot with a 118-101 drowning of the Hornets last night. Dave Ferry reports.
Tobias Harris scored 22 points, and the 76ers moved to 6-1 with their 4th straight win. Joel Embiid had 14 points and 11 rebounds to help the Sixers win a 2-game set in Philadelphia. Embiid also paces the team in scoring at 25 points a game. Gordon Hayward had 18 points, and struggling Devontae Graham added 15 for the Hornets.
Gonzaga and Baylor remain atop the Associated Press men's college basketball poll, while 4th-ranked Texas climbed to its highest perch in nearly a decade. Oregon saw its streak of 10 appearances in the Associated Press women's top 10 end at 64. You're listening to NCN Sports.
Personal foul, driver and passenger. Failure to wear a seatbelt, $179 penalty. Avoid a penalty in life. Be a good sport. Buckle up every time you're on the road. Wearing a seatbelt saves lives. Every passenger, every seat, every time. Remember to click it or ticket. This message brought to you by the Governor's Highway Safety Program's Click It or Ticket Initiative and the North Carolina High School Athletic Association.
Alternative Power knows more is happening at home now than ever. And when a winter storm causes your power to go out, life is disrupted. A Generac automatic standby generator from Alternative Power guards the home against blackouts caused by weather of all types. Financing options are available. And act now for a free 10-year warranty. Gain peace of mind with a Generac automatic standby generator. Alternative Power, North Carolina's Generac experts. See more at alternativepower.com.
Every NHL team has opened training camp with the season set to begin next week. 24 playoff teams joined the 7 that missed out last season with their first on-ice workouts. Camps will last only 10 days. There will be no exhibition games before the season starts on January 13th. Each team will play 56 regular season games only against their division foes. Their hope there is to limit travel and reduce the risk of coronavirus disruptions. Coming up tonight in Top 25 college basketball, NC State will be on the road at number 19 Clemson this evening. Villanova will be at DePaul, Iowa State at Texas. Missouri travels to Mississippi State. Rutgers is at Michigan State this evening. Texas Tech will be hosting Kansas State, and Iowa State at Texas. Tony Rixby, NCN Sports.
We're proud to be working with our local businesses for the greatest comeback of all time.
Come together.
With Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM. WEEB.
This is Chuck from Sunbelt Service Pros. Are you just not feeling it anymore with your AC service provider? Are you calling those guys because that's what you've always done, or because there's a sticker on the thermostat with an old phone number on it? How about this? Take a chance and you'll be thrilled to find that you're getting real value for your heating and cooling dollars. When you call Sunbelt Service Pros, you are dealing with a professional and reliable service provider. Our technicians are highly trained and certified and can quickly address any issues. Our customers find our technicians and office staff courteous, friendly, and professional throughout the whole process. We're doing something right here. You need to check us out, find out what you've been missing, and call us today. Sunbelt Service Pros at 910-944-2044 or go online to sunbeltservicepros.com.
The holidays are a special time at Cooper Ford in Carthage because you can't buy a new Ford for less anywhere else, and that's a personal guarantee from Aaron Cooper himself. Right now, get 0% APR financing on most Ford cars, trucks, or SUVs.
Aaron Cooper here with Cooper Ford. That's right, it's that time again, and Ford is pulling out all the stops to make sure this Christmas season is the best ever. As your only locally owned Ford dealer, we want to make sure your car buying experience is the best ever. We want to treat you like family. With rates at historic lows, it just doesn't get any better. And with our lowest price guarantee, you cannot buy for less anywhere else. That's a promise. So please come see us here in beautiful Carthage or visit us on the web at cooperford.net. And from our family to yours, have a very Merry Christmas.
Cooper Ford, the holidays, and you. Just a few short minutes from the traffic circle. Just off
Just going to show you a very special program. We've put up the highlights of 2020. Let's just have a look.
Cooperford.net.
Exactly.
Cooper
It's
Ford,
farewell 2020. Let's join our colleagues.
To be your hometown dealer.
This is the perfect time of the year to bust out all your Echo tools and equipment from Beaver Equipment. Thanks to all the storms, my new Echo chainsaw from Beaver Equipment has been getting a good workout. Beaver Equipment is the place to go for rough and
Well,
rugged Echo
I'm no longer
equipment
Phoebe
for real
Buffet.
men.
That's great. You changed your name?
Yes, I did. Princess Consuela Banana Hammock.
All right, then I'm going to change my name.
Right. Okay, what are you going to change it to?
Crap bag.
0402.
Aberdeen Carpet is proud to be your local shop flooring network retailer, and we are here to help you find the perfect floor for your home. Have pets, kids, or a house full of both? We've got you covered with exceptional carpet, exquisite hardwood, and waterproof luxury vinyl tile. Hurry into Aberdeen Carpet today, located at 2315 Highway 5 in Aberdeen, near Habitat for Humanity. Open Monday through Friday 9 to 4 and Saturdays 9 to 2. Visit aberdeencarpet.com to check us out. Then call us at 910-944-6204 to schedule a free estimate.
Breaking news, layoffs forced early retirements, buyouts.
You've worked hard to build your retirement income plan. Make sure it doesn't crumble when you need it the most. Call now for your no-cost consultation and get Coach Pete's favorite book, 7 Baby Steps to a Ridiculously Reliable Retirement Income. But more importantly, get your own customized and personalized total retirement income plan that will put you in control of your retirement with systematic, safe, and guaranteed lifetime
I don't know why I'm
income.
tearing up. It's, you know, when you hear voices and you see people that you feel a connection with, and you guys always make me tear up.
If you have a computer with 5 to 7 years of age on it, it's probably in need of a tune-up. WEEB Studios on Midland Road. No problem is too big or too small for our Super Geek, and our prices are much lower than the box stores. WEEB Computer Repair, 690-9723, the home of the Super Geek.
From the WEEB Community Calendar.
No free man shall.
Hey everybody, I wanted to give a recovery update. Today actually
Thomas
marks the first day.
1776. Assaults to our God-given rights are the virus and are the imminent threat to our republic. Join together with fellow patriots for the Muster in the Sand Hills, January 9th, 2021 at the field next to Ed's Gun Shop, Highway
22 seconds remaining. It's David Moore on the toss.
Speakers include
From Russell Wilson.
Moore County Sheriff Ronnie businessman David Hensley, Maureen Kruger, and Paul Vallone, founder, Grassroots, North Carolina. Parking is on site. Food trucks and porta-johns will be provided, and concealed carry is preferred. We'll be giving away 30-round Magpul magazines or patriotic T-shirts to the first 200 that arrive and register, and at the conclusion, a Ruger 1022 rifle to one eligible attendee. Sign up as you enter. January 9th, 2021 at the field next to Ed's Gun Shop, Highway 1 South in Bass.
If you're like most folks, you love your home. You love your neighborhood and those that live around you. But when you go inside your home, you see that it is in need of a massive updating, especially those bathrooms, kitchen, and great room. You know that these areas need upgrading, but you also know what a task it is to do it yourself. Hi, I'm Steve Leader Adams, and I've built over 2,000 homes, and I and my partner Larry Postlethwaite have over 70 years of construction experience and have our own remodeling business called Relive It Remodeling. We also pride ourselves on making remodeling jobs an easy and enjoyable process for our clients. We look after everything from permits to the last paint stroke. We also show up when we promise and stay until completion. And we also recycle any materials through the Wounded Warrior program. And here's one more promise. Nobody, and I mean nobody, does better quality work than we do. For your next renovation job, give me a call right here at WEEB at 692-7440 or check us out on the web at relivitremodeling.com.
Some things just go together, like bread and butter, blue jeans and Saturdays, best friends and phone calls. And a great match? You and discounts from Erie Insurance. It's like this. Safety features that start at age 46 and go up each time you celebrate a birthday. There are more discounts too for things like home safety features and even teenage drivers. And the savings keep adding up. When you have your auto and home covered with Erie, you get it. And the savings can get even better. At Erie Insurance, above all in service means making life a little easier on you and on your wallet. Your Erie agent in Moore County is Carthage Insurance Agency. Get a quote at 910-947-2957.
Discount terms and amounts may vary by state. See your local Erie agent for details.
As our economy gradually reopens, remember to support local.
Know you're doing the right thing and stay proud.
Be a part of the greatest comeback of all time with Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM. WEEB.
The Zumwalt Zone is brought to you by Quality Built Homes, the Sandhills #1 home builder, developer, and remodeler. With over 1,500 homes built in Moore County, we earn our name every day. Quality Built Homes, 910-944-7453.
Hello, I'm John Zumwalt, and you're in the Zumwalt Zone. I really do think that advertising on the radio gives you the best bang for the buck. I heard an ad the other day that really caught my attention. It caught my attention because it sounded like a product I could use. The lady was asking, do you suffer from blurred vision? Is your balance a problem? I was thinking, well, yeah. And I listened up. She asked, do you have trouble thinking of the right word? Do you feel weak? I actually began to pull my truck off the road because I wanted to write down the name of this product or maybe the phone number. And then I heard what she was advertising. She said, call 911 right now. You may be having a stroke. Well, isn't that something? I know I'm old, but I can't call 911 every 15 minutes. I can't quit thinking about that commercial. I know the purpose was to teach us the symptoms of a stroke, and I know that's a serious thing, so don't get angry. I can't stop thinking about what she said because now, every time I hold a newspaper, I have to hold it out a little bit longer so I can see it or trip on absolutely nothing or can't remember her name. I think, okay, is this what she was talking about? Should I call now? It's a sad thing getting old, but I reckon the alternative is worse. It's awful bad to lose someone, especially someone young. Let this be a warning to all you young folks. Age is coming for you, and I mean fast. Have a good day from the Zumwalt Zone.
Today we're going to see temperatures top in the upper 40s and lower 50s. Areas to the south have a good chance of seeing rain for the first half of the day, but that's going to clear out by the afternoon, and a few lingering showers cannot be ruled out for the entire area. As we head into tonight, we'll be dry with temperatures in the lower 30s. Look for highs in the upper 40s and lower 50s for tomorrow. Our next storm system will move in by Friday. It does have the potential of bringing a rain and snow mix for areas to the north. I'm meteorologist Peter Sherwood in the Weather Center.
And now, the Sandhills #1 morning show. Mornings with the LeaderMan. Here on Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. And heard and seen around the world at talk973.com.
The best part of waking up is waking up with us.
What day is it?
It's Tuesday.
Where? What time is it now?
It's time to wake up now. Hey, who's ready to have some fun?
Is this a test?
Got it.
It's too early.
Fun is fun.
Today is such a great day for a Tuesday morning show.
Tuesdays are better.
This is true.
I can't wait to get started.
Okay, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. Hold your ears, folks. It's showtime.
Good morning, Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. Welcome back to the most listened to program in all of the Sandhills. It's time once again for Mornings with the LeaderMan. I am Steve Leader Adams, along with the Colonel, retired Marine Colonel Jeff Drummond. Good morning, Colonel.
Hey, good morning, Moore County. It's going to be a nice day out there, at least initial indications are. So get outside, take your walk, ride your bike, push the kids around in your little cart if you have one, play some golf, whatever. Get out to the range. Do a little target shoot, make sure you're still on the berries, and, enjoy your day.
Don't forget, of course, we are being heard and seen around the world on our live video stream. That's up and running at talk973.com or talk1041.com or WEEB990.com. I'll get you to the same place. Click on the link in the upper middle of the page, and that'll get you where you want to be. If you're on your mobile device, fire up YouTube and put Mornings with the LeaderMan in the search. LeaderMan, all one word, spelled like it sounds. And if you're just looking at our audio stream by itself, less bandwidth needed, it's easy on your portable device. Fire up a streaming app and put WEEB in the search. Or head to our website, and in the upper right-hand corner of every one of our web pages has an icon that says, On the Air, Listen Live. Click that once and you're listening that quick. Weather for us today here in the Sandhills area, well, it's going to be a mixed bag of stuff. Well, we'll just have to see how well we adjust to it. Partly cloudy today with scattered showers, 40% chance of it, high of 50. Then tonight, clear, cold, 32 for a low. Wednesday, mostly sunny with a high of 49. Wednesday night, clear again and cold, 30 for your low. Thursday, partly cloudy and 49 again. Then the precipitation that might bring a little something around, mostly to the west and north of here. Mostly cloudy Thursday night. Showers likely, a low of 35. 60% chance of getting wet. Friday, mostly cloudy showers, likely. High of 43. Partly cloudy Friday night. Scattered showers, a low of 30. That's where you might see something. Then for Saturday, no accumulation, by the way. Mostly sunny Saturday and Sunday with highs in the mid-40s. Right now around the Sandhills, winds are southwest at 1, gusting to 2. Pressure is 2970. Dew point 37. Humidity 93%. Is mostly cloudy and 40 degrees currently here at Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. All right, it is 7:43, 43 past the hour on this Tuesday morning. We got to see if we can get the Colonel laughing right off the bat here, because that's our job. See if if the late night eunuch boys could actually produce something he would laugh at. Here we go, Colonel. Give it your best.
Some entertainment news. I saw that a Rubik's Cube movie is now in the works. I don't know about you. I'm not streaming that movie. A Rubik's Cube is meant to be enjoyed on the big screen.
Burger King in Japan recently unveiled its new Whopper that is made to ward off evil spirits. Meanwhile, McDonald's drew a pentagram on the floor and the McRib came back.
Some sports news. Guys, the NFL regular season is over, and for the first time since 2002, the Cleveland Browns are going to the playoffs. When they heard that they made the playoffs, the Browns were like, there's more games after the season?
A pharmacist at a hospital in Wisconsin was arrested last week after he allegedly tampered with hundreds of doses of the coronavirus vaccine. Even worse, his boss said he's definitely getting Pfizered.
A little chuckle on the last one.
Yeah, Hey, well, it's a good, good play on words, and it's kind of apolitical. Still getting into the pandemic stuff a little bit, but the other stuff didn't make any sense.
Well, believe it or not, cue the music, please. Cue the music. Yeah. Okay. Tanya Roberts, former Angel, is actually still alive. Her longtime boyfriend got a call from doctors letting him know. The call actually came while he was doing an interview about Tanya Roberts. And it went something like this. Hang on. Here we go.
It made headlines, the death of former Bond girl and Charlie's Angels actress Tanya Roberts. Then Stephen Fabian got quite a shock while speaking with her boyfriend.
Mystery surrounds the medical condition of Charlie's Angels actress Tanya Roberts, who was reported to have died yesterday and then today was said to be alive. Tanya suddenly collapsed on Christmas Eve after walking her 2 dogs. Newspapers across the nation today carried reports of her death. And I was interviewing her longtime boyfriend, Lance O'Brien, when the shocking, almost impossible to believe news came in that Tanya was alive.
Now you're telling me that she's alive? Oh, thank the Lord. Thank God.
He says Tanya did not have COVID, but was placed on a ventilator because she was struggling to breathe. He says due to COVID-19 protocol, he was not allowed to be at her hospital bed at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center to comfort her until what he thought were her final hours yesterday. What just happened, Lance? What was that?
The hospital's telling me she's alive. And they're calling me from the ICU team.
So the hospital just called you right now and told you that Tanya is still alive?
Yeah. I'm so happy.
The blue-eyed beauty dazzled in the last season of Charlie's Angels, chosen out of 2,000 actresses. She was also a Bond girl in the 1985 movie A View to Kill. And later, her best-known role was a ditzy mom on That 70s Show. Tanya would often speak with fans during live chats on Facebook. Here she is from December 19th, where she seemed like she was feeling fine.
Okay, I've been basically just hiking with my dog and doing my workouts in the house.
Her boyfriend says Tanya was experiencing problems with her liver function when she was hospitalized. He is obviously shocked and enormously relieved that reports of her death were greatly exaggerated.
Oh my God.
Wow, incredible to be on the Zoom with her when he got that news. We do hope she gets better.
All right.
Yeah, well, who notified him she was dead?
Hollywood, basically.
But they must have gotten that information from somebody at the hospital.
I think they said it was from his staff, from Tanya's staff, that they said she died.
Okay, so nobody at the hospital ever. Okay.
No.
Well, yeah.
And I wonder if this was a spoof because.
Get her back in the news, you mean?
Yeah, get her back in the news, get the name churning, and get her back on TV or movies or.
Maybe, I don't know. You know.
The crying was just a little fake.
In any case, yeah. I was going to say who cries like that, but yeah, I don't know. If that's the case, then they should be taken out and clubbed.
Some good news for you. A 22-year-old guy in Hawaii. Well, that's not good news so far, but
well, at least it's not Florida Man.
His name is Ina Townsend. Recently found a woman's wallet and rode his child-sized bike 6 miles to get it back to her. So people in the community rewarded him by pulling their money to buy him a new car.
A new car.
Come on down.
Okay.
He ended up with a 2017 Volkswagen Jetta.
2017?
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Here's the crowd here.
Expect someone to do the right thing, like just to do the honorable thing. That's the main thing. And
he's like, no. I know what it's like. I just wanted to return it before the holidays. He was humble. He was kind. He went out of his way just to do a nice gesture. I made a Facebook post that just wanted to share the aloha moment.
No words can truly explain how I'm feeling right now. You know, it wasn't my year. You know, I'm not the richest guy on the planet, but it showed me that there's still hope.
Yeah. Well, that's a nice gesture to do that. Okay. He did the right thing. Okay.
And Jeopardy fans, Alex Trebek's final episode of Jeopardy are airing this week. Alex's message on the last night's episode might bring a tear to your eye.
You'll recall that about a month ago, I asked all of you to take a moment to give thanks for all of the blessings that you enjoy in your lives. Now, today, a different kind of message. This is the season of giving. I know you want to be generous with your family, your friends, your loved ones. But today, I'd like you to go one step further. I'd like you to open up your hands and open up your heart to those who are still suffering because of COVID-19. People who are suffering through no fault of their own. We're trying to build a gentler, kinder society. And if we all pitch in just a little bit, we're going to get there.
And great news for Larry King. He's out of the ICU, but still hospitalized. If Larry can make it out of having COVID, he's even more of a stud. Here, he's made it through getting married 8 times.
Yeah, he survived that. He should survive COVID.
Was a habitual smoker, survived a heart attack, and quadruple bypass surgery. They say he's resting but coming in and out of dream states. CNN is doing a live report about it.
Larry King Live starts right now.
Des Moines, Iowa, from Mother Teresa. Hackensack, New Jersey, for Flip Wilson. Butte, Montana, for Lola Falana. You're on, caller. Go ahead. Caller.
I guess in the heyday, you had a pretty good show, but I couldn't stand watching it. It was terrible.
No, he never. Well, Jim Bohannon, you should hear his story about him. That he the only thing he ever read in the newspaper was the sports section, and he said all the questions were fed to him on a card, and he didn't know anything about his guests. He just read it off the card, and of course,
well, there's a lot of them do that.
Yeah.
I mean, didn't I just see something? Some Fox News host was, got spoofed by some clown claiming. Bartiromo was doing an interview with some guy, and it wasn't the guy. He was impersonating the CEO of Smithfield Farms or whatever. And this guy gets on there and he's rambling on about different things, and it's not the CEO. So, there she is looking stupid. None of her staff have vetted this guy, or even, there he is. He looks totally different than the actual CEO. So, it can happen. This happens all the time. Stupid stuff like that. So, yeah, you've got hosts that just sit there and they, they're the face of the thing and they get fed questions and they don't challenge anything that gets handed to them.
Well, there's a new movie coming out soon about the leader of a family in turmoil.
Get ready for the latest film from Francis Ford Coppola, The Dawn Father.
We won the election, and it's not fair to take it away from us like this.
You can act like a man! What's the matter with you?
They are shredding ballots, in my opinion.
That's how you turn out. What can I do? What can I do?
The Dawn Father, now playing in Georgia theaters.
Yeah, well, for those of you who are still in doubt about this, I just was texting back and forth with a friend of mine. He lives in Norfolk. He voted for Trump. I know the guy for a few years now. There's no way he voted for Biden, and yet his records in Norfolk show that he voted for Biden. And I have another friend who lives in Richmond, and he's been trying to find out the same thing. Where did my vote actually go? No one will come across and tell him anything, although he did pull his voting records and has found out that he's voted in Democratic primaries for the last 3 or 4 go-rounds, which was a surprise to him.
This is in Virginia?
Yes, this is Virginia.
Figures.
So, yeah, anybody still out there in any kind of doubt that there are no shenanigans going on with this thing, you're absolutely wrong. And for those of you who are dimwit Democrats who deny this, well, you're lying, and you're lying.
Well, add another actress to the Dating Younger Famous Guys Club. Actress Olivia Wilde, she used to be on House, caused a lot of talk this weekend when she attended a wedding in South California hand in hand with Harry Styles. She's 36, he's 26, but luckily our microphones were there on the coast to bring it all to you.
Hey, Gary.
Oh, hi, Tom. Great day for a wedding, huh?
Beautiful.
Hey, is that Olivia Wilde?
Is she with Harry Styles? What's the age difference there?
Probably about 10 years.
And there's Megan Fox with Machine Gun Kelly.
Yeah, he's a few years younger than her.
Well, you know what? Good for them.
Dating younger guys.
Good for them.
Yeah, good for them.
Makes me feel less guilty when I'm out chasing younger tail.
I hear you there. Hit me.
Yeah. Hey, there's Betty White. She's not with
Pete Davidson?
Ooh.
Ugh.
She could do so much better.
Okay.
Pete Davidson, is he that weirdo-looking thing
From Saturday Night Live? Yeah. He's the guy, if he wasn't on TV, you would never look at a second time. Yeah. But yet he's got women trailing him everywhere he goes. Why? Because he's famous and rich. A British newscaster presented his, quote, package of video highlights from 2020. Here we go with it.
Just going to show you a very special program. We've put up the highlights of 2020. Let's just have a look. Exactly. It's Farewell 2020. Let's join our colleagues.
Yeah.
Okay.
They
could have done better than that.
Well, she just got back from the holidays. And
no imagination.
Trying to get the old laugh track going again. Some guys posted on Reddit about his girlfriend who'd been applying for jobs for months, but hadn't had any luck. Then they realized why. It turned out the last time her resume got saved, her computer auto-changed the name at the top of her resume. Princess Banana Hammock.
All right.
If you're a fan, you probably know the reference. Here's the scene where Phoebe tells her new husband she changed her name to Princess Consuela Banana Hammock. Paul Rudd played her husband, Mike, in the scene.
Well, I'm no longer Phoebe Buffet.
That's great. You changed your name?
Yes, I did. Princess Consuela Banana Hammock.
All right, then I'm going to change my name.
Great. Okay, what are you going to change it to?
Crap Bag.
Mike Crap Bag?
No, Mike. No, just Crap Bag. First name Crap, last name Bag.
Well, then, great. If you love it, I love it.
I do love it. And I love your name. I love Princess Consuela.
And I love crap.
None of that was funny.
No.
What show was that off of? I can make sure.
Friends.
That was on Friends? Oh, okay. Well, that explains why I never heard it before.
A little girl was nervous about getting vaccinated, so her dad pretended to get the shot first. Here's what happened. The video's been around for a while, but maybe you'll enjoy it. Here.
1, 2, 3. One in for Dad. Ready? Woo! That's it. Good job.
Big Cody knock him down. Oh man, it sting a little bit.
A little bit, huh?
Look on
This the last one. Last one. Look at Mama. Ready? Don't look, Cody.
It's nothing.
All right. You ready?
Ready? Come on, like me. You gotta be like me.
Good girl.
Yeah.
That's one. Good girl. Big
bow, chicka, bow, bow.
Good job. Good job.
Keep them distracted, I guess.
Okay, I kind of drifted off there.
Yeah.
Ready for
the third.
else.
Woo! Got me.
Sorry.
Let's see what else we got here. I don't care about that. Don't care about that. No. Don't care about that. Well, I got a lot of stuff I don't care about today. Okay. Well, let's go plan B here. Some things we need to know today so we do not sound stupid, which is easy to do in today's world. Scotland airports have been put on alert for a high-profile guest flying in the day before Inauguration Day. Some say it's where President Donald Trump plans to go to avoid the whole spectacle.
Oh, well.
Plus, it does have a golf course there.
That would be a good place to, avoid stuff. Scotland.
Today is that runoff election for the U.S. Senate in Georgia.
Yeah, I hope they're out voting.
Yeah. The Mandalorian surpassed Game of Thrones as the most pirated content of 2020. The average U.S. household now subscribes to not one, not two, but 3 streaming services.
3 streaming services?
Yeah.
Oh, like Prime, Netflix, and YouTube or something?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, probably.
Or Hulu or
YouTube.
YouTube.
There's tons of them out there. Yeah. I mean, you can subscribe individually to certain channels too. So if those are streaming services, then there's bunches of them out there.
So, the demise of the cable company is coming. They'll have to just transfer over to mainly internet. I don't know about Dish and DirecTV. They've screwed so many customers. Don't know if they could lure anybody back.
Well, certainly not me. That's a fact.
They sure screwed me. I'm never going back. Yeah. Both of them screwed me.
Well, both on satellite and on streaming. I had satellite for a long time, and then I had DirecTV streaming service long enough for AT&T to get a hold of it, and then promptly quit. I mean, they were terrible, awful, absolutely awful.
I know. I had AT&T's streaming service on the ground, not on the satellite, and it was always buffering. It's always behind a few seconds, so you get buffered every time.
Yeah, I guess if you're still if you're out on a mountaintop somewhere, you probably got to have satellite dish or something like that, but other than that, no way, man.
The average U.S. household now we did that. Venezuela is going to switch to a digital economy.
Yes, that to control your money. That's what's going to happen here eventually, folks.
Only 3% of financial transactions actually happen with printed currency.
Yeah. Well, and what that gives them in Venezuela, the government, that gives them the power to, manipulate your retirements and things like that. So, you think you're sitting on a big pile of money in retirement, and then all of a sudden we go digital and the government starts restricting how much of that money you can access. And, the next thing you know, instead of getting, you're Mr. Millionaire sitting over in your gated community and you think you're just going to draw $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 out for some particular thing, you're going to find out that you're restricted to $3,000 a month, say, or something like that. Yeah. It's going to be, that's what's coming here, folks. That's what's coming here.
Well, Venezuela also has killed their economy with incredible inflation.
Well, and that's what's coming here.
They just got the printing presses going as fast as they'll spin.
Well, it's coming here. Yeah. It's already coming here. It's
right now the Federal Reserve is covering all the debt. They're literally taking cash out of the vault and putting it in the economy without cutting the printing presses on. Yeah. But when they run out of the cash in the vault, guess what's coming?
So and you think you're sitting on big piles of money or something like that, like these drug lords are sitting on pallets of money like they like to show you in the television, movies, etc. And all they have to do is change the currency or something and say, hey, here's your new $100 bill. All the old ones are no longer valid after a certain date. Then all that money has to go into the digital economy somewhere where they can tax it. Right. There's all kinds of things that can be done here, and it's coming. It's coming.
Well, it's one thing for sure, they're not doing this to help you.
No, none of it. You can rest assured of that.
All right. We now find out that Queen Elizabeth refused Prince Harry's request to lay a wreath in his name at the country's annual Remembrance Day observation in November. The Queen said his request was, quote, an example of his lack of understanding at what it means for him to be a non-working royal. In other words, translation...
A bum. Which is what he was before.
Translation, I hope she was worth it.
Yeah, it was, now he's just a bum. Before he was a rich bum, but he was a bum. That's
now
it.
He's being led around by her from his nose ring.
Yeah.
We're moving back to the States. We're going to, quarantine ourselves away from the royals. I want a normal life for our child, By keep calling attention to yourself, that'll work.
Well, then why did she pursue all that garbage anyway? I mean, it was ridiculous.
I don't know if you saw this, but the Seattle Seahawks just had to take a need to run out the clock on Sunday, they instead ran a play. They didn't try to score on the 49ers, but Russell Wilson did complete a quick pass to receiver David Moore. By doing that, Moore had 35 catches for the season, and that triggered a bonus clause in his contract that paid Moore $100,000.
Oh, there you go. All right. Well, that's teammates looking out for each other. You know, it's nice to know that Russell Wilson is so aware of that he tosses him the ball so he can make some money.
Yeah. He probably told him in the huddle, Russell, I need it one more time.
Yeah. Well,
Let's
maybe
not take a knee, dude.
But the point is, at least he tossed it over there. Sometimes, more often than not, the players are so oblivious to all of that. Or coaches are told about it and don't put the man out on the field to catch the ball.
Right.
That could have happened too.
A New York man is suing King's Hawaiian Rolls, claiming that he was misled. He was under the impression they were made in Hawaii because of the picture on the packages. Instead, they come from Torrance, California.
Okay.
Well, that's good enough reason to sue somebody. Today's impossible question. 15% of us have not washed this item of clothing in the past 6 months.
Your socks. Yeah. Okay. I have
not the socks.
You'll have to tell me. I don't want to guess anymore.
But something that could have been worn as many days as socks.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. Give the answer. I don't want to guess anymore.
The bathrobe.
The bathrobe. All right. Okay.
From a did you know category, 32% of parents say getting kids to get along is the most difficult aspect of parenting.
Yeah.
72% of people in a new poll says they sleep better and are happier the more they clean the house.
Yeah, well,
do not let me get in the way of that.
Yeah.
Honey, can I tell you about this poll? According to Consumer Report, texting while driving is the number one complaint of drivers. Probably the number one killer of innocent people, too.
Yeah, I don't know.
Who get hit broadsided by you having to read your text and coming across the lane.
It's a problem.
I know. I get attacked every day. Every single day, somebody's crossing that line, coming at me.
Yeah.
According to research, we actually smile 1/3 less than we think we do. All right, here comes your news, sports, and weather. We'll be back on the backside of that. It is 8 o'clock.
Today, we're going to see temperatures top in the upper 40s and lower 50s. Areas to the south have a good chance of seeing rain for the first half of the day, but that's going to clear out by the afternoon, and a few lingering showers cannot be ruled out for the entire area. As we head into tonight, we'll be dry with temperatures in the lower 30s. Look for highs in the upper 40s and lower 50s for tomorrow. Our next storm system will move in by Friday. It does have the potential of bringing a rain and snow mix for areas to the north. I'm meteorologist Peter Sherwood in the Weather Center.
Broadcasting from the top of the North Carolina Sandhills, 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM. WEEB, Southern Pines, Pinehurst, Aberdeen.
I'm Rich Thomason. President Trump was there.
Hello, Georgia. By the way, there's no way we lost Georgia. There's no way.
As was President-elect Biden.
It's not hyperbole. You can change America.
Both men campaigning for their party's candidates yesterday in today's 2 Senate runoff elections in Georgia. The outcome will determine which party controls the upper house of Congress for the next 2 years.
The president urged Republicans to vote in Tuesday's Senate runoffs, but he also complained about the 2020 election. He told supporters here in Georgia that he won in a landslide and that the results were rigged against him. Mr. Trump thanked some of the GOP lawmakers who plan to object to the Electoral College votes on Wednesday and said he hopes Vice President Pence comes through for us. Greg Clugston with the president in Dalton, Georgia.
Add New York to a list of states where a new strain of the coronavirus has been confirmed.
Governor Andrew Cuomo says he expects the variant to spread quickly and says a laboratory in the state can produce faster testing than the federal facilities. Cuomo's also pushing hospitals to distribute vaccines more quickly than they have been, threatening fines if they don't. Cases of the COVID variant have also been detected in Colorado, California, and Florida.
Correspondent Jackie Quinn says a New York patient, a man in his 60s who works at a jewelry store in Saratoga Springs, while he does have symptoms, he is said to be recovering. The rapid spread of the coronavirus variant in the UK, prompting the reimposition of a nationwide lockdown that's to last for at least 6 weeks. In the U.S., more than 180,000 new infections were confirmed yesterday. Watching Wall Street this morning, stock futures, which had been higher, are now in the red. Dow futures are down 50 points. NASDAQ futures off 3. S&P futures down 3 points as well. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Tell me why Relief Factor is so successful in lowering or eliminating pain. I'm often asked that question. Pete and Seth Talbot, the father and son founders of Relief Factor, tell me they believe our bodies were designed to heal. The doctors who formulated Relief Factor selected the 4 best ingredients, 100% drug-free ingredients that each help your body deal with inflammation. Order the 3-week quick start now. Discount it to only $19.95 to see if it will work for you too. Call 800-500-8384. ReliefFactor.com.
If you've fallen behind in your credit card payments during the shutdown, you're probably feeling some added pressures. But you don't have to solve these problems alone. Trinity Debt Management can help. All you have to do is give Trinity a quick call, and we'll take care of the rest. No one really knows what the future will bring, but one thing is for sure. If your debt has you down, we should talk. Here's the number.
Call 1-800-990-6976. 1-800-990-6976.
Japan's annual New Year's tuna auction has resulted in lower than expected prices after Tokyo's self-proclaimed tuna king refrained from bidding.
Kiyoshi Kimura is a larger-than-life figure who usually makes himself the star of the first tuna auction of the year. In the past, he's bid millions of dollars to secure the market's best tuna, even serving the fish in front of television cameras right on the trading floor. This year, he sat out, and the most expensive fish netted just a fraction of the usual prices. Instead, Japan logged a different record number: 4,670 new coronavirus cases on Tuesday, a new daily high.
The BBC's Celia Hatton. 10 people, including the lone known surviving suspect in the 2015 deadly Paris attacks, have now been ordered to stand trial. News and analysis at townhall.com. Facing a barrage of criticism, the French health minister promising to step up the pace of COVID-19 vaccination.
After barely 500 people in France were vaccinated in the first 6 days, Health Minister Olivier Véran has defended the government's strategy of giving the vaccines first to residents of nursing homes. Now he vows to simplify a bureaucratic consent process blamed in part for France's lagging vaccinations. Vaccination centres and categories of people eligible for early vaccines will be expanded, and people will be allowed to sign up for vaccinations on an app or by phone. I'm Charles de Ledesma.
The owner of a South Korean tanker seized by Iran in the Strait of Hormuz says a vessel was stormed by armed Iranian Revolutionary Guard troops. He says they forced the ship to change course and travel to Iran. More on these stories, townhall.com.
As our economy gradually reopens, remember to support local.
Know you're doing the right thing and stay proud.
Be a part of the greatest comeback of all time with Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM. WEEB.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent is the Terry Riney Agency, 295-1121. Or visit RineyAgency.com.
Erie Insurance.
And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free.
Pride
Plumbing is proud to serve Moore County with superior workmanship and dependable plumbing service, including 24/7 emergency service. Like the name says, we take pride in our work and your safety. Our employees must pass background and drug tests and share Pride Plumbing's reputation for quality service. From simple leaky faucets to new water heaters and sewer lines, backflow testing and installation, drain cleaning, plumbing repairs, and, if necessary, replacement and remodeling. A family business with over 50 years of prideful service. Go online to callprideplumbing.com and check out our 5-star customer reviews. We offer a 10% discount to all veterans and active military. Call Pride Plumbing of Moore County at 910-295-0152. 910-295-0152. Serving with pride since 1965.
If you're like most folks, you love your home. You love your neighborhood and those that live around you. But when you go inside your home, you see that it is in need of a massive updating, especially those bathrooms, kitchen, and great room. You know that these areas need upgrading, but you also know what a task it is to do it yourself. Hi, I'm Steve Leader Adams, and I've built over 2,000 homes, and I and my partner Larry Postlethwaite have over 70 years of construction experience and have our own remodeling business called Relive It Remodeling. We also pride ourselves on making remodeling jobs an easy and enjoyable process for our clients. We look after everything from permits to the last paint stroke. We also show up when we promise and stay until completion. And we also recycle any materials through the Wounded Warrior program. And here's one more promise. Nobody, and I mean nobody, does better quality work than we do. For your next renovation job, give me a call right here at WEEB at 692-7440 or check us out on the web at relivitremodeling.com.
Give your desk and your back an upgrade. Turn any old workstation into a sit and stand workstation with an Alera raised desktop from Sandhills Office Supply. With easy access levers for simple adjustments, this space-saving design is affordable too. Experience the benefits of an Alera lifting workstation with a demo at Sandhills Office Supply on US 1 in Southern Pines next to Smithfield's Barbecue.
NCN News. I'm Mike Riley. Georgia has their runoff elections today, and people are lined up early to vote. With the control of the Senate and the ballots, more than 3 million people voted early. CBS News campaign reporter Adam Brewster is in Atlanta.
3 million people have already voted, which is record-breaking turnout for a runoff in Georgia. The races have seen record-breaking fundraising, and there has been more than $500 million in advertising spending.
Georgia's Lieutenant Governor Jeff Duncan told CBS this morning that Georgia's conservative leadership want people to vote and that they don't want people to focus on President Trump's unsubstantiated claims of voter fraud.
All this other sideshow stuff, all this misinformation is not helpful. It isn't on message for certain, but it's the hand we've been dealt with.
The fallout continues 2 days after the president asked Georgia's top election officials to find him more votes. In North Carolina, Democratic Congressman G.K. Butterfield told WITN the call could have violated several state and federal laws.
The courts have seen it for what it is, and this is nothing but a real shallow attempt on the part of the Republicans to overturn the will of the American people.
Jacob Curtis Mathey was charged with violating executive orders on mass gatherings after he promoted a gathering at the Palmer's Grove Community Center in Orange Grove as the largest New Year's Eve party in the state. But they told WRAL-TV he did nothing wrong.
So if you chose to come out, that was your choice.
About a century before COVID-19, the world was gripped by the 1918 flu pandemic. Tilly Diving, who at 107 recently beat coronavirus, can now say she survived both outbreaks.
That was quite a flu. I survived that, survived cancer.
You're listening to NCN News.
The 2021 Honda ATV lineup is here to prove it's possible to work smarter and harder. With the power to get the job done, the technology to make it easier, and tried and tested quality to keep you moving forward, the only thing left to add is you. Then you'll understand how life is better on a Honda. Honda recommends ATVs for riders 16 years and older and recommends that all ATV riders take a training course.
Personal foul, driver and passenger. Failure to wear a seatbelt, $179 penalty. Avoid a penalty in life. Be a good sport. Buckle up every time you're on the road. Wearing a seatbelt saves lives. Every passenger, every seat, every time. Remember to click it or ticket. This message brought to you by the Governor's Highway Safety Program's Click It or Ticket Initiative and the North Carolina High School Athletic Association.
Most of Britain is back in lockdown today.
Prime Minister Boris Johnson warning that Britain's beloved National Health Service could collapse if new COVID cases aren't contained now.
We must once again stay at home, protect the NHS, and save lives.
The leader of the opposition says his party's on board.
Whatever our criticisms and challenges of the government, we've all got to pull together now.
So school gates are once again closed and people ordered to stay indoors for 6 weeks at least. Vicky Barker, CBS News, London.
Raleigh Fire Department Lieutenant Herman Gregory Lewis died over the weekend after a 5-vehicle crash on Interstate 540 at Six Forks Road. On Monday, a procession of fire engines and police cars escorted Ellis's body to a funeral home. Firefighter Timothy Colwell told WRAL.
He was one of those people who we looked at as, unbreakable, invincible.
A funeral procession was held in the Savannah community of Jackson County on January 3rd for longtime Fire Chief Darrell Woodard, who died after a battle with COVID-19. Lieutenant Brandon Green with the Savannah Volunteer Fire Department told WLOS.
Somebody that anybody on the fire department could have called, and he would have been there, no matter what time it was, and he was that way for the community.
It just might be geography that decides your 2021 goals for you. Correspondent Naomi Ruckham.
If you fail to keep your resolutions this year, where you live could be your excuse. A recent Wallet Hub survey ranked cities nationwide based on several self-care factors. They range from prevalence of obesity to smoking and binge drinking to how many parks and gyms there are per capita. The cities most committed to their resolutions: Scottsdale, Arizona, Salt Lake City, and Seattle.
Mike Rayleigh, NCN News.
A few showers will be possible, mainly across the Sandhills today, and we are going to see those temperatures gradually make their way into the upper 40s and lower 50s. Elsewhere, we have a slight chance of seeing a few isolated showers. They'll be quick movers heading into the afternoon. Tonight will be dry with temperatures in the lower 30s. Look for highs in the upper 40s and lower 50s for tomorrow. We do have another storm system that will move through by the end of the week. I'm meteorologist Peter Sherwood in the Weather Center.
Right now, here in the Sandhills area, it's cloudy, 41 degrees, humidity 93%, dew point 38, pressure 2969, and winds southwest at 1, gusting all the way up to 2. It is 8:13. Let's take a look at the Sandhills news for this Tuesday morning. North Carolina state employees and public school teachers will not qualify to receive state medical coverage when they retire if they are hired in 2021 and beyond. The alteration was inserted in the 2017 state budget law. Legislative Republicans who backed the change said it was needed to rein in future anticipated health care costs to cover employees, which are already calculated in the tens of billions of dollars. It's a problem that other states face. North Carolina state employees or teachers who began work before January 1 will qualify for retiree health coverage, either at no cost or at a partial cost based on the number of years they worked for the state and when they began. And after a few dry days to start the week, there's a potential setup for wintry precipitation Friday in central North Carolina. At least Friday is setting up to be a messy day with the highest potential for wintry weather north and west of the Triangle. Currently, that would be west of Moore County. A storm system will be hitting the west coast today with heavy rain and snow. That system is going to trek across the country and arrive in North Carolina on Friday. The latest models have been trending toward a cold rain, with areas north and west of the Triangle getting some wintry mix. That's your WEEB local news this morning from the Sandhill Sentinel. And, of course, you can go online to sandhillsentinel.com for more information. It is 8:16. Sports is next, right here on Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB.
NCN Sports. Good morning. I'm Tony Rixby. Months ago, it was rumored the NCAA was in talks to play the entirety of March Madness in Indianapolis. Yesterday, they made it official. The 2020 tournament had been canceled thanks to the pandemic. In March of this year, all teams will play in various spots in and around Indy. NCAA President Mark Emmert made the announcement during a virtual press conference.
This year, we want to make sure we deliver on the promise of March Madness. The athletes who've dealt with so much difficulty this year and have responded with such incredible resiliency and resolve, they deserve it. So let's all get this done, Indiana. We can do this, and I know we can be successful and show the world what Indiana and Indianapolis is capable of.
The Charlotte Checkers announced Monday they will not participate in the 2021 American Hockey League season that kicks off on February 5th. The team's decision was based, they say, on numerous safety and logistical concerns related to COVID-19, made in conjunction with their parent club, the Florida Panthers. 4 teams in the AHL have opted out of this season. 76ers stayed hot with a 118-101 drowning of the Hornets last night. Dave Ferry reports.
Tobias Harris scored 22 points, and the 76ers moved to 6-1 with their 4th straight win. Joel Embiid had 14 points and 11 rebounds to help the Sixers win a 2-game set in Philadelphia. Embiid also paces the team in scoring at 25 points a game. Gordon Hayward had 18 points, and struggling Devontae Graham added 15 for the Hornets.
Gonzaga and Baylor remain atop the Associated Press men's college basketball poll, while 4th-ranked Texas climbed to its highest perch in nearly a decade. Oregon saw its streak of 10 appearances in the Associated Press women's top 10 end at 64. You're listening to NCN Sports.
North Carolina's voters have spoken. How can you make sense of what they said? Carolina Journal can help. Reporters and columnists look at how the elections will affect your wallets, your businesses, your safety, your children's education. Available each month as a free newspaper, every day online at carolinajournal.com. Carolina Journal, your best source for government news that affects you. Visit carolinajournal.com today.
Alternative Power knows more is happening at home now than ever. And when a winter storm causes your power to go out, life is disrupted. A Generac automatic standby generator from Alternative Power guards the home against blackouts caused by weather of all types. Financing options are available. And act now for a free 10-year warranty. Gain peace of mind with a Generac automatic standby generator. Alternative Power, North Carolina's Generac experts. See more at alternativepower.com.
Every NHL team has opened training camp with the season set to begin next week. 24 playoff teams joined the 7 that missed out last season with their first on-ice workouts. Camps will last only 10 days. There will be no exhibition games before the season starts on January 13th. Each team will play 56 regular season games only against their division foes. Their hope there is to limit travel and reduce the risk of coronavirus disruptions. Coming up tonight in Top 25 college basketball, NC State will be on the road at number 19 Clemson this evening. Villanova will be at DePaul, Iowa State at Texas. Missouri travels to Mississippi State. Rutgers is at Michigan State this evening. Texas Tech will be hosting Kansas State, and Iowa State at Texas. Tony Rixby, NCN Sports.
The greatest comeback of all time is underway. Remember to shop local businesses. A reminder from Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM. WEEB.
There's nothing like the beauty of winter. Cool, refreshing breezes, white powdered snow, and delicate icicles. But Mother Nature gets a little carried away, and the results can be devastating. That's why the generator guys at Carolina Power and Generators want to protect your home from the winter storms that cause power outages for thousands each year. Power loss and frigid temperatures can be a dangerous combination. Wind, snow, and ice can leave you without power for days as you wait for utility companies to repair the damage. The generator guys offer power solutions for keeping your power on. Call Carolina Power and Generators today to schedule your free in-home assessment, 910-241-4677, or visit GeneraCNC.com.
At Sandhills Collision Center in Seven Lakes, we proudly serve all your automotive repair, auto body restoration, and collision repair needs. With our brand new state-of-the-art cheap straightening system and eco-friendly AmeriCure paint booth, you can rest assured that your vehicle, boat, or RV will receive top-notch repair and flawless paint jobs. And for all you aviators, we do aircraft body repair too. Sandhills Collision Repair Center is veteran-owned and offers a 5% discount to our military family. We give free estimate and accept all insurance and self-pay. All our ATECs will provide superior customer service from start to finish because we are committed to quality and prompt expert service. Bring your automobile, boat, or RV by today for a free quote at 135 Village View Drive in Seven Lakes. That's just 2 minutes from the Food Lion on Seven Lakes Drive. Or call us at 910-673-AUTO. That's 673-AUTO. Sandhills Collision Center, because you deserve the best. War Dogs Army Surplus. Moore County's largest selection of Army surplus has expanded and open for business. Since acquiring the adjoining building, War Dogs will now be able to provide Moore County with even more quality, high-end Army surplus. Bring in your Army gear, and War Dogs will match any legitimate offer from another competitor and beat it by 10%. That's right. War Dogs will match their offer and add 10% to your wallet. Open Monday through Friday, 10:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and 11 to 4 on Saturdays. Located at 675 West Broad Street in Southern Pines, right across the street from Beefeaters, or call them at 910-920-7749. That's 920-7749. War Dogs. We offer more and sell for less.
Keeping the interior surfaces of your car clean has never been more important. So how do you sanitize your interior safely? Hey, it's Anthony from Champion Car Wash and Detail Shop with a pro detailer's tip. Logically, bleach, ammonia, Clorox wipes, or Lysol would be the best products to use inside your vehicle to clean and sanitize, right? However, these products are most often too harsh for the delicate surfaces of today's vehicles. So what can you use? Use a simple soap and water solution to clean the interior surfaces first. While it won't kill germs, it'll remove dirt, grime, and contaminants sitting on the surface. Afterward, you can use a 70% isopropyl alcohol solution sprayed on a microfiber towel, not directly on the surface, to wipe down the vehicle hotspots like your steering wheel, radio buttons, door handles, etc. A 70% isopropyl alcohol mix ensures maximum effectiveness of the sanitizing wipe down. As with any product you're going to use on your car, always be sure to test this on an inconspicuous spot to ensure color fastness and effectiveness in your own vehicle. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to call Champion Car Wash and Detail Shop, 692-5060.
We're talking to Ron and Donna Van Hoover from Pinehurst, happy customers with American Water Treatment.
We have been with American Water Treatment for years, probably since its inception, or at least 8 years of dealing with them. We've never had a problem. We engaged with them initially because we were looking for someone who could purify our water throughout our whole house. There's never been a complaint on our end, which is saying tons about nowadays how people do their jobs. Whenever we've had any dealings with either Paul or Marty, we have found them to be so friendly, courteous, personable, down to earth, always on time, and very professional.
And they are always spot on.
So if you need American Water Treatment, call 910-944-3140, 910-944-3140.
The holidays are a special time at Cooper Ford in Carthage because you can't buy a new Ford for less anywhere else, and that's a personal guarantee from Aaron Cooper himself. Right now, get 0% APR financing on most Ford cars, trucks, or SUVs.
Aaron Cooper here with Cooper Ford. That's right, it's that time again, and Ford is pulling out all the stops to make sure this Christmas season is the best ever. As your only locally owned Ford dealer, we want to make sure your car buying experience is the best ever. We want to treat you like family. With rates at historic lows, it just doesn't get any better. And with our lowest price guarantee, you cannot buy for less anywhere else. That's a promise. So please come see us here in beautiful Carthage or visit us on the web at cooperford.net. And from our family to yours, have a very Merry Christmas.
Cooper Ford, the holidays, and you. Just a few short minutes from the traffic circle, just off 15501 in Carthage. Or start shopping today on the World Wide Web at cooperford.net. Cooper Ford, always working hard to be your hometown dealer.
Thanks for help bringing the economy back. One local purchase at a time.
Kind of uplifts you and you feel better.
It's the greatest comeback of all time. With Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM. WEEB.
The Zumwalt Zone is brought to you by Quality Built Homes, the Sandhills' #1 home builder, developer, and remodeler. With over 1,500 homes built in Moore County, we earn our name every day. Quality Built Homes, 910-944-7453.
Hello, I'm John Zumwalt, and you're in the Zumwalt Zone. I really do think that advertising on the radio gives you the best bang for the buck. I heard an ad the other day that really caught my attention. It caught my attention because it sounded like a product I could use. The lady was asking, "Do you suffer from blurred vision? Is your balance a problem?" I was thinking, well, yeah. And I listened up. She asked, "Do you have trouble thinking of the right word? Do you feel weak?" I actually began to pull my truck off the road because I wanted to write down the name of this product or maybe the phone number. And then I heard what she was advertising. She said, "Call 911 right now. You may be having a stroke." Well, isn't that something? I know I'm old, but I can't call 911 every 15 minutes. I can't quit thinking about that commercial. I know the purpose was to teach us the symptoms of a stroke, and I know that's a serious thing, so don't get angry. I can't stop thinking about what she said because now, every time I hold a newspaper, I have to hold it out a little bit longer so I can see it or trip on absolutely nothing or can't remember her name. I think, okay, is this what she was talking about? Should I call now? It's a sad thing getting old, but I reckon the alternative is worse. It's awful bad to lose someone, especially someone young. Let this be a warning to all you young folks. Age is coming for you, and I mean fast. Have a good day. From the Zumwalt Zone.
Today, we're going to see temperatures top in the upper 40s and lower 50s. Areas to the south have a good chance of seeing rain for the first half of the day, but that's going to clear out by the afternoon, and a few lingering showers cannot be ruled out for the entire area. As we head into tonight, we'll be dry with temperatures in the lower 30s. Look for highs in the upper 40s and lower 50s for tomorrow. Our next storm system will move in by Friday. It does have the potential of bringing a rain and snow mix for areas to the north. I'm meteorologist Peter Sherwood in the Weather Center.
And now, the Sandhills' #1 morning show. Mornings with the LeaderMan. Here on Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. And heard and seen around the world at talk973.com.
The best part of waking up is waking up with us.
What day is it?
It's Tuesday.
What time is it now?
It's time to wake up now.
Hey, who's ready to have some fun? Is this a test?
Got it.
It's too early. Fun is fun.
Today is such a great day for a Tuesday morning show.
Tuesdays are better.
This is true.
I can't wait to get started. Okay, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. Hold your ears, folks. It's showtime.
I got this feeling inside my bones. It goes electric wavy when I turn it on. Off from my city, off from my home. We're flying up no ceiling when we in our zone. I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet. I feel that hot blood in my body when it drops. Ooh, I can't take my eyes off of it, moving so phenomenally. Come on, like the way we rock it, so don't stop. Under the light.
Good morning, Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. Welcome back to the most listened to program in all of the Sandhills. It's time once again for Mornings with the LeaderMan. I am Steve Leader Adams, along with the Colonel, retired Marine Colonel Jeff Drummond. Good morning, Colonel.
Hey, good morning, Moore County. Good morning, Odious Pilot. Are they still being published? I haven't seen one here lately, so... Yeah. Well, in any case... I
ran over them yesterday, so I know they're out there.
Oh, all right. Well, hey, in any case, get your coffee and get your apple fritters ready because John Zumwalt, David Hensley are in, and they have some great information here for you.
Definitely got the A-team in here this morning, and we'll find out all this knowledge, and we don't charge you a dime for it. Don't forget also that we're being heard and seen around the world on our live video stream. That's available to you now at talk973.com. Top middle of the page is where the link's located on your mobile device. You get to it with your YouTube app. Put Mornings with the LeaderMan into that search. If you're just looking our audio stream, that's easy too. On your mobile device, fire up a streaming app such as TuneIn, iTunes, or Streamer. and put WEEB into the search, or you can get to it from our website anytime, 24/7, upper right-hand corner of every page. Has an icon that says on the air, listen live. Click it once and you're listening back quick. Weather for us today here in the Sand Hills area is going to be mostly cloudy with rain, maybe some snow in there. Look for a high of 50. Don't look for any accumulation, though. Tonight, mostly clear, a low of 32. Tomorrow, sunshine, 49. Thursday, partly cloudy, 49. Friday, mostly cloudy, showers likely, high of 43. And then Saturday and Sunday, sunshine and mid-40s for our highs. Right now around the Sand Hills, winds are southwest at 1, gusting to 2, pressure is 2970, dew point 38, humidity 93%. It's cloudy and 40 degrees currently here at Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. All righty, it is 8:31 past the hour. John Zumwalt in here. David Hensley, a member of the school board, is in here. And you all had a meeting last night.
Yes, we did. And it was a great victory for the taxpayers and the students and the parents of Moore County. Before we get into that, though, I've got a question about the pilot. Do you pay to subscribe to that, or they just throw that out to antagonize you twice a week?
Well, I actually pay, but I would not take the paper copy, but they force that on you. If you want the electronic copy,
right,
you got to take the paper copy.
Yep.
Well, you're in the radio business, and you've got to know what the news they're not printing so that you can know what news you need to get out. And also, you need to correct their false information. So that's a good reason for a radio man to subscribe.
Yes, I agree. I approve.
But it is $50 down the hole.
So real quick, just an administrative announcement. Everyone can hear my voice. It's a bit rough this morning. I've said this before, but I have a vocal cord issue, and twice a year I get treatments. Man, it's like shots on each side of the vocal cord. And yeah, I'm fully awake for it. But anyway, my voice, it generally takes 2 to 4 weeks to recover. So I'm not sure how this is going to go today. So I've asked John Zumwalt to come in and kind of reinforce what I have to say, because I know he watched the Board of Education meeting, and he'll do it justice where I can't.
Do you have a low note treatment that they give?
No, sometimes I'm not sure whether I wake up I'm going to be Donald Duck or the Godfather or something in between.
No, I go in there myself and get super voice, so I can say, we got you by the ear.
Well, what's funny is, I've said all along that all four of us have faces for radio, right? But now I don't even have the voice for radio, so I'm not sure what I'm doing here. Anyway, I appreciate everyone's patience and putting up with me. Like I said, last night was a great victory for the taxpayers and the students of Moore County. I want to start off with talking about 2 quick things, and then we'll talk about the contentious issue. Last night, the Board of Education decided to move forward, and there was some discussion about the sale of Southern Pines Elementary to Moore Montessori School, which is something that I support. The negotiations continued over the holidays of the central office, and the Moore Montessori continued the negotiations, but they went a little astray. And the Board of Education set the board attorney and central office back straight on the terms that we insist on. And specifically, look, state law allows us to sell that property to a charter school in private negotiation and below market value. Well, in exchange for that, we insist, we the board, and we had a vote on it. And it was, if it wasn't unanimous, it was 6-1. But the board clearly spoke that for us to support this property transaction, there need to be 2 restrictive covenants on the deed. The first is that land will forever be used for the free public education of Moore County children. And secondly, any non-educational income derived from that property needs to be used for capital improvements, i.e. they cannot fund, the current operations of the school by renting out parts of that property, because they, just like Moore County Schools, Moore Montessori School already gets funding from the Moore County taxpayer and the state to fund their operations. So it's not the Board of Education's intent that they lease parts of that property to fund their operations.
Right. So both of those covenants passed.
The Board of Education, yes, passed. It wasn't really a resolution but we voted and we all expressed our support and our demand that those be included along with the sale.
Okay, so when that contract comes for approval, those two things should be in there because you told them to put them in.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. And the negotiators have gone astray on that point. Yeah. Now, again, Moore Montessori School has no bigger supporter on the Board of Education for them and their mission than me, but we have to have those covenants in there to keep everyone honest down the road.
Sure.
Here's a little factoid about Moore Montessori School and why I'm a big supporter of them. Like all charter schools in Moore County, they have a waiting list to get in because, there's more parents who want to get their children out of the public schools than in the public schools.
Amazing, isn't it? Yeah.
Just like communism, right? There were more people that wanted to get out of Russia than wanted to get in, or the Soviet Union. So here's a little factoid, and here's an indicator of the great work they do. Part of their mission is to reach out to underprivileged children. So they overweight. They have a lottery to get in to determine what children can get in. So they overweight their lottery to underprivileged children, 300%. They have 3 times more underprivileged children in that school than the general population of Moore County schools. And here's their results. When they first opened their doors, the cohort of children that came through their doors their first year, only 40-some-odd% of them read at grade level.
Wow.
Let me say that again. The children they inherited from the Moore County public school system, only 40% read at grade level. 55-some-odd% were functionally illiterate. 1 year later, 69% of those children read at grade level. And at year 2, 74 or 76% of those same children read at grade level.
Right.
So that's their success. They take in they overweight underprivileged children, and the children they get from Moore County schools, 40% of them read at grade level. 2 years later, over 70% of them read at grade level.
Yeah, so you parents out there in Moore County, don't fall for the lie that charter school, specifically Montessori school, handpicks only smart kids to go to the school. That's a lie.
It is a lie.
They have a lottery, and they overweight for underprivileged kids to attend that school, and they do a better job at educating them than Moore County Schools has done.
Correct. And they deliver results, not excuses. So how could I not support that?
Yes, exactly.
Anyway, so I look forward to the negotiations coming to a quick, successful completion. Hopefully, I've stated in the December meeting that we need to close this by the end of January, so that, assuming that it's successful and Moore Montessori, concedes, to our demands, then they can start planning, and then they can be there in the academic 2021-22 year.
No, that's great.
And I believe their plan is their first year they're going to double the number of students, which is awesome.
All right, so hey, anybody out there, anyone with a child, and you want to be on that list or try to get into that charter school, you should be all for what David Hensley just expressed to you.
So the second big victory, and the only other agenda item I'm going to talk about, because a lot of the stuff this last night's meeting was administrative, like the school calendar and this and that, which, it is what it is. But did you see my voice get deeper there?
I thought you had an exorcism while you were talking.
Must be from those injections.
Exorcism or puberty, one of the two. It's, never quite sure. They're kind of one and the same. So sounds
like he hit second gear there.
That actually means I'm getting better when my voice starts kind of returning. And anyway, so the second thing I want to talk about Southern Pines Primary. Mr. Dennison, in the December meeting, he wisely put forth a motion to divide the 16 acres of Southern Pines Primary into 2 parcels and then get them appraised and sell them that way. Excuse me. The 2 parcels are a 4-acre parcel, which is part of the original, it has the original deed restrictions on it, which may or may not be enforceable.
Right, yeah, due to state law, constitution, and actually
Correct.
federal court decision.
Correct, the Supreme Court decision. The second parcel is 12 unencumbered acres, half of which don't have any buildings on it, right? So, that's going to truly unlock the value of that property. And I think people are going to be surprised at the value of that property.
Oh, yeah.
Because previous appraisals looked at it as an old school in West Southern Pines, right? What they didn't consider, and so it appraised at $630,000, which is, I don't know, $15,000, $40,000 an acre. What the appraiser did not take into account is half a mile up the same road, Carlisle Street in Morganton Park, that land is selling between $275,000 and $300,000 an acre, plus $200,000 to $250,000 site development cost to level it off, put in sewer, water, and utilities. So that land, half a mile up the same road, is worth over $500,000 an acre.
Right.
And something else that people don't know is Morganton Park. You see all that building going on there. Morganton Park is going to change the economy of Moore County, especially this part of Moore County. It is going to be a medical and biosciences complex.
Oh.
It's going to be bringing in good jobs, and a bit of diversity going into biosciences and all. But the reason I say this is those 12 acres with a bulldozer
are a gold mine.
Because 12 undeveloped acres within half a mile of the hottest building and the biggest job creator in Moore County right now. Can you imagine? There's going to have to be nurses, doctors, workers at those biosciences place. That property will be ideal for apartments, condos, and whatnot, and quite frankly, it'll revitalize all of West Southern Pines.
Yes, something that the government of Southern Pines has failed to do for numerous years.
Oh, yeah. The town of Southern Pines has ignored West Southern Pines. They don't enforce the zoning. The way they've treated those people is absolutely.
So there's no way that property should be given away for a song to be resold later on for millions of dollars.
Correct.
So the taxpayers, the students, the parents of Moore County once again are being looked out after by people
Correct.
On the board here,
Correct.
school board.
I think that
Some people, anyway.
I think that property is easily going to be sold for $200,000 an acre, which is a couple $1 million just for that 12-acre parcel.
Yeah, knock it down, grow some grass out there, and sell for what you should really get for.
Look, it's already developed. It already has sewer. It already has water. It already has utilities. So like I said, land is selling up the road for let's say $250,000, $300,000 an acre. Plus, you got to spend $200,000 to level it, put in utilities, and also $500,000 an acre. I don't know, $150,000, $200,000 an acre. Developers are going to see real value in that.
Yes.
And again, the people of West Southern Pines are going to benefit economically just enormously.
Yeah.
So.
Wow. Yeah. Well, so what's the status of that? You are going to sell it as 2 separate.
Well, that's the plan. We're going to. There's some issues. There's some old road easements that there's some administrative things that need to happen. Those old road easements need to be cleared out. The cemetery, they buried people like on school property, and no one ever said anything. So the plan is to cede that property back to the cemetery.
Right.
And so there's a couple of minutes, and then they got to divide it. They got to divide it into the 4-acre and the 12-acre parcel. But that's all administrative in nature. It'll take 4 or 5 months, to do that and get the appraisal done, and then we'll put it on the market as a 4-acre parcel and a 12-acre parcel. And Jeff, as you notice right away, that the students are going to benefit, the parents are going to benefit, and the taxpayers throughout Albemarle County are going to benefit, because we can take that $2.5 million, and then we can fix, the leaking skylight up in High Falls. We can fix the failing pump station in Northmore, and we can
the HVAC that doesn't work. Yes,
and we can start fixing all those things that the previous Board of Education ignored.
Right. So, hey, people, you have a school board here that's looking out after your financial dealings here. What's the term there? You're a fiduciary responsibility. These elected officials, at least the majority of them here, are looking out after you. So let's continue this hard work here.
Yeah. So those were 2 good victories. The third thing I want to talk about, and this is very, very important, and we're going to spend the preponderance of the show, and my guess is JD will chime in on this. We attempted to uphold the rule of law last night and to force the chair of the Board of Education to follow our own policies, which she refused to do. The chair attempted, before the meeting even started, to stifle our ideas and to stifle debate and to stifle the things that we wanted to talk about. She did 2 things, and we're going to talk about each of them in detail. And the first thing she did is she improperly and illegally refused to add agenda items to the agenda that were properly and timely requested by board members. We'll talk about these in detail in a minute. The second thing she did, her and the superintendent got together, didn't like what they saw in the December meeting. We'll speculate on what they didn't like, and then they unilaterally decided that all Board of Education meetings, as far forward as the eye can see, will be virtual. She didn't have the authority to do that. And, we, using proper parliamentary procedure, correctly challenged her lawlessness.
No. Well, hey, here you go. Well, this is something to keep in mind for the next election here, people. Hey, and in the meantime, you need to contact her. And, she doesn't take any direct communications from the parents, but you can mail her, flood her mailbox, and tell her what you think of what she's doing here.
So, Rule 1321, Moore County School Policy 1321 Board Meeting Agenda specifically states that the chairperson and superintendent will prepare a proposed agenda for each board meeting. A request to have an item of business placed on the agenda must be received at least 6 working days before the meeting. A board member, that's me, Levy, Holmes, all 7 of us, any board member may, by timely request, have an item placed on the agenda.
Right.
Okay, so Levy, Holmes, and I, we want to talk about important things. We want to talk about curriculum. We want to talk about parental engagement. We want to talk about how we're going to fix our failing schools. So, between the 3 of us, we made timely requests to the chair and the superintendent that agenda items be added to the January agenda. Levy specifically wanted to discuss restart schools and cybersecurity. I asked that community engagement be added to the January agenda. These requests were made, they were written requests, and they were made in a timely manner, and Livy Carter violated the policy which I just read and refused to put the items on the agenda.
All right, I've got to jump in here. There's not a lot of time left. And by the way, this is a Zoom Walt. I don't want you to think this is another one of David's dozen voices that I keep looking over there expecting to see a new guy in the chair. It was obvious to me from the very start this was going to be a very contentious meeting, and I'm very sad about that. And I think so are Holmes, Hensley, and Levy. There's not even a hint of an attempt to try to get along with these guys. I wish everyone out there would look that video up. It's on YouTube. It's very easy to find if you go to the Board of Education. Look it up and just see what I'm talking about for yourself. David, I'm going to have to repeat some things you said because it's so important. There's a rule, David just read it, that says this: if any member wants to place something on the agenda, that member may do so. And that's the end of it. It doesn't say if the chair likes it or even if all 6 of the other people do not like it, that one member may put it on there and they discuss it. And that's because the people deserve to be heard. And if one member represents something, some part of the system that you want heard, then you have a right to have that on the agenda. And it was very clear between Bob and David reading that rule, and everyone understood it, and they still voted to disregard the rule of law, and that is a terrible, terrible thing. He talked about the meetings in person. They're asking your children to go to school. They're asking for all the people that work at school to be there, but they will not have a meeting where they can wear a mask and stay 6 feet apart themselves because of the flimsy and, by the way, I believe fake excuse that someone may catch COVID. No, this is just another way to manipulate, and these things have got to stop. We went from being manipulated by the superintendent to being now we're manipulated by the superintendent and the chair. And I've got to tell you this: a guy that I know very well texted me this morning. And he said he's upset, and he asked me if I would mention this to David, that his 11-year-old son has to be on the bus. The bus arrives at 5:40 in the morning. Now, that may be the only thing on the face of this earth that can be done. So I'm not ready to dive in there and say, this is a bunch of baloney. But I would like to say, if there's another way, so for whoever's in charge to do this kid's 11 years old. I think even if he's got to go to school, all of them an hour later, 5:40 in the morning, that's pretty doggone early. I think most people would agree. Might as well get a paper out and throw him out of the bus as he's on the way there. I'm going to just say one thing that you might very easily get the wrong idea from listening to David. If you're not familiar with the way the school board works and the way things work, David is working hard, as is Philip Holmes and Bob Levy, to work with the board to try to get things accomplished. And the attorney made it clear last night. And by the way, the attorney made a couple little minor boo-boos, but he was very gracious. He turned it around once he was corrected by Bob and by Levy and by David Hensley. And he admitted, okay, I might have misruled on that. I think he tries to be fair. I'm very impressed with him. But he made it clear also that he cannot take the wishes of David, the wishes of Pam, the wishes of individually, and negotiate these contracts. They've got to agree on these things. You can't just have one guy wants this, and one guy wants this. It's got to be a board decision. So, David, I want to ask you this. That vote you said passed 6-1. I didn't catch who was the one.
I don't recall the result of that vote. That was a hand vote.
Yeah.
It may have been. That's why I kind of hesitated. That may have been unanimous.
Okay. I didn't catch it, and it threw me too, so I didn't know. But there are many people who have no idea what is going on in this county right now with the school board. In 1 minute or less, and we've got more time than that left, but I want to tell you in 1 minute or less, we had a very, very contentious, again, I use that word, school board election. We voted by a large majority, not a small one, to elect these three, Philip Holmes, David Hensley, and Bob Levy. We voted, that means, to get rid of three school board members who the public did not like the way they were operating. It was a pretty good victory. The old school board members seem to feel that it's their duty to continue with these old ways. And I believe it's got to stop. Ladies and gentlemen, just back our three new guys, and as you back them, you don't even have to back them at first. Just listen to them. Listen to what they're doing. Listen to what they're saying. Listen to the changes they're trying to make. They're not unreasonable. Folks get upset because these three ask questions and make motions and ask questions. You know what? They're representing me. They're representing you. They're representing your children. I want them to ask questions. I want them to be wary of what anything that might be presented. That's their job. That's what they do, not rubber stamp. And some of the faces that some of the board members were making last night when these three would speak or make a motion or ask a question, and they would roll their eyeballs or lean back in their chair or rub their head very clearly, like, oh, this is their expression led us to believe they were thinking, this is a bunch of bull. That's not the way this should operate. Listen to them. Just listen to them and try to make some sense. I want to tell you something. I know all three of these guys very well, and I will tell you this: their motive is pure. Their hearts are pure. They want to educate children. They want to make things better. There's no hidden agenda. These men are all successful. They don't need this. So I want to throw that in, and please ask you, just give them a chance.
The biggest thing that disappointed me was, and you hit on it, JD, is that after we did the parliamentary procedure, I don't remember. I think we called the decision of the chair on not adding the items to the agenda, and we had a very thorough debate. And it was clear to every single person in the room what the Moore County. It was a couple things were clear. The policy of Moore County Schools that any member within 6 days or earlier can request an item be added to the agenda, and it must be added to the agenda. That was crystal clear. It was also crystal clear that we made written requests and that they were timely. 100% crystal clear. To JD's point, whether the chair agrees with the agenda item or not, it is her duty to follow the policies and laws of the board and to place them on the agenda, and then we discuss them. That's what she's supposed to do. That was 100% clear to everyone. It was discussed and debated, yet 4 of the Board of Education members voted to violate our own rules and support the chair in her lawlessness. That was extremely disappointing.
David, I've got to say that I was even surprised that they would vote that way, because it was so clear. It was so clear they would be voting to violate the policy, their own policy, which they're not allowed to do. In my closing comments at the end of the meeting, I'm just going to quote one part of my closing comments. It's a sad day when a public body, any public body, but specifically the Moore County Board of Education, votes for no good reason to ignore their own policies. We, the Board of Education, have a duty not just to follow our policies, but to set the example for our students, parents, faculty, and staff. By voting at the beginning of today's meeting to not follow our own policies, we failed our duty to obey regulations, policies, and failed to set the example. Shame on us. Yes, shame on the board. Let's just pretend this little 11-year-old boy who I spoke of, and let's say you want to take this up as a cause. I'm not challenging you to, but there's a parent out there who's concerned. He's concerned because his little precious son, and it is a precious child to him, has to get on the bus at 5:40, and he'd like you to find out about that. And so let's just pretend that you wanted to put that on the agenda. It's because of one of your constituents wants you to. And she says no. She says no. Well, she has no right to say no.
It's not her power. She was trying to stifle discussion and debate on issues that she didn't want to discuss. And further, if the Board of Education isn't going to follow its own regulations, how can we expect our faculty and staff, how can we expect SROs to say not have sex with high school students if we won't follow our own rules? Again, the head rots from the snake rots from the head, and it is incumbent upon the Board of Education to set the example and follow our own rules.
And you know what? When all's said and done, you guys exist for one reason: to represent the people of Moore County, to represent them, not to carry out the wishes of the chair, but to make sure that, and of course, in your case, education, make it better.
So that was the last night's board meeting. One final note. If, JD said it was contentious. The only part of the meeting that was contentious is where the chair was not following the rules, or the chair was trying to do things outside her authority, and where we rightfully and following parliamentary procedure pointed it out and had discussion and debate. That's not contentious. That's trying to enforce the rules and regulations.
All right, and so it goes for this Tuesday. Have yourself a great, safe day. We'll see you back bright and early tomorrow for a Hump Day Wednesday and an extended Zoom All Zone. Until then, be sure to support all the mom and pops you here on our radio station. They're the backbone of our economy here in Moore County. So give them first crack at your spending dollars, and please tell them WEEB asked you to come. I see we're a little out of sync today, but we'll make it. News is up next. You're listening to WEEB, Southern Pines, Pinehurst, Aberdeen.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. Firing up the crowd in Georgia. Fight for Trump, the chant ringing out last night, a rally in Dalton, Georgia. President Trump urging Georgians to vote for the Republican incumbent in today's two runoff elections that will determine control of the U.S. Senate.
These Senate seats are truly the last line of defense. Now, I must preface that by saying, because they'll say, he just conceded. No, I don't think so.
Republicans currently hold a 50 to 48 majority. Winning either of today's runoffs would be enough to cement a majority and with the power to push back against incoming President Joe Biden's expected liberal policies and nominations.
Broadcasting from the top of the North Carolina Sandhills, 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM. WEEB, Southern Pines, Pinehurst, Aberdeen.
Give themselves a majority that would grant their party virtually unchecked power on Capitol Hill. Bob Agnew reporting.
New York has joined several other states confirming a case of the new strain of the coronavirus known as the UK variant. The patient, a man in his 60s who works in Saratoga Springs, said to be recovering now. Britain going back under a national lockdown as the COVID-19 variant spreads rapidly in that country.
We all have a part to play in trying to reduce the spread of the virus by staying at home wherever possible, by making sure that we observe all the rules, and we hope that the accelerating pace of vaccination will provide us with an opportunity to lift these measures in due course.
British Cabinet Minister Michael Gove, English hospitals treating 40% more COVID patients now than during the first peak back in April. Dow futures down 61 points. NASDAQ futures off 71. S&P futures 17 points in the red. More on these stories, townhall.com.
NCI News. I'm Mike Rayleigh. At least 5 Republican North Carolina congressmen will refuse to go along with the U.S. House on Wednesday in certifying the Electoral College results that have Democrat Joe Biden winning the presidency. They're Congressman Madison Cawthorn, Ted Budd, Richard Hudson, and David Rouser. The latest is 3rd District Republican Congressman Greg Murphy, who told Henry Hinton of NCN affiliate WTIB in Greenville.
I am going to object, but it took me a while to get this because I did it thoughtfully. I did it not based upon emotion. I did it because I think this is where we have gone awry as a nation.
Georgia voters head to the polls today for 2 runoff elections that will determine which party controls the U.S. Senate for the next 2 years. Kagan Edwards went to vote this morning in Atlanta.
Just want to show that we care about what's going to happen in the next 2 years, and we're all individually doing our part to make the world a better place.
During a rally in Dalton, Georgia last night, President Trump said control of the Senate and the future of the country rests on the outcome of the state's twin Senate runoff elections.
This could be the most important vote you will ever cast for the rest of your life. It really could be. This is so important.
The fallout continues 2 days after President Trump asked Georgia's top election official to find him more votes. In North Carolina, Democratic Congressman G.K. Butterfield told WITN the call could have violated several state and federal laws. And
if we had the time in the House of Representatives to do further investigation and to begin an impeachment inquiry, it would be in order.
COVID-19 cases continue to surge and contact tracers are struggling to keep up. Bruce Robenstow, the health director for Halifax County, tells CBS 17.
It's been impossible to keep up with.
A system could bring a significant amount of snow to the mountains on Thursday and Friday, and a mix of rain and snow to parts of the rest of the state. You're listening to NCN News.
Alternative Power knows more is happening at home now than ever. And when a winter storm causes your power to go out, life is disrupted. A Generac automatic standby generator from Alternative Power guards the home against blackouts caused by weather of all types. Financing options are available. And act now for a free 10-year warranty. Gain peace of mind with a Generac automatic standby generator. Alternative Power, North Carolina's Generac experts. See more at alternativepower.com.
North Carolina's voters have spoken. How can you make sense of what they said? Carolina Journal can help. Reporters and columnists look at how the elections will affect your wallets, your businesses, your safety, your children's education. Available each month as a free newspaper, every day online at carolinajournal.com. Carolina Journal, your best source for government news that affects you. Visit carolinajournal.com today.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent is the Terry Riney Agency, 295-1121. Or visit RineyAgency.com.
Erie Insurance.
A few showers will be possible, mainly across the Sandhills today, and we are going to see those temperatures gradually make their way into the upper 40s and lower 50s. Elsewhere, we have a slight chance of seeing a few isolated showers. They'll be quick movers heading into the afternoon. Tonight will be dry with temperatures in the lower 30s. Look for highs in the upper 40s and lower 50s. For tomorrow, we do have another storm system that will move through by the end of the week. I'm meteorologist Peter Sherwood in the Weather Center.
This hour, the Chris Plant Show is brought to you by Champion Car Wash on OUS 1 in downtown Southern Pines. Clean, fast, friendly, and free with every 10th wash. Check out our new look.
We won the election, and it's not fair to take it away from us like this. And it's going to be very costly in many ways.
There it is. It's worse than Watergate. It's the phone call from hell. It's worse than Ukraine. We live in a funny time. We live in a funny place. Well, I do anyway. Funny. Well, not funny like, Jerry Lewis funny, but funny like something smells funny in here. That's the kind of funny I'm talking about. Well, happy Tuesday to you, and welcome. I'm off. I'm already over here. I'm over there. I'm doing that. And welcome. We are, of course, at 888-630-9625. Today is